Good evening. What a lovely venue for our meeting tonight, huh? Quite a change from when we first were meeting in the 1970s. We met at the hospital cafeteria. No food, smoke-filled room, not nearly as many people, probably 30 people. But we had good fun. We had a lot of camaraderie, conviviality. Just want to remind you that your patients really don't know how good you are. They just know how nice you are. What a privilege to practice medicine. I hope you enjoy your practice as much as I did mine.
First, hope for the future society. I think if everybody obeys the oath of Hippocrates and lives by it, everybody will sleep better, do better, probably get sued less often. And you'll have peaceful sleep. To be a doctor is really a privilege. And I think it was Oliver Wendell Holmes who had said one time that the physician is the flower of civilization.
It was a really unprecedented time for the medical society as we were dealing with this novel virus, trying to lead the community through these uncertain times. And I could not have done it without the support of the board and of all the different members of the medical society, many of whom served on our COVID-19 task force. Others came and spoke at county commissioner meetings and at school board meetings, and really just helped me to be able to lead our community, which is what our medical society does. We're here to support each other, our fellow physicians, and also our community. And I really realized more than ever how important it is to have solidarity and support of your fellow physicians. So I thank everyone for being a part of the medical society and for your leadership.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to our new board, and especially to my friend, our new president, Dr. Smith. Your love for our profession, your enthusiasm, and your intelligence will be your tools for you to become one of the best presidents we ever had. I'm truly proud of CCMS and all of you. Us, physicians, are and will always be the cornerstone of medicine. Together in CCMS and the FMA, we have one strong voice to protect healthcare and our patients. Our prior accomplishments have only been possible because of the unity that we portray tonight. One voice, one heart, and one same purpose: to protect the dignity of the doctor-patient relationship. May God bless all of you, our new board, CCMS, FMA, and our families. Have a good evening.
I was honored to be president of the Collier County Medical Society in 1998. That was a crazy year for me. I was elected president, I turned 40, and I got married going from Dr. Villacampa to Dr. Dudley, all in my year of presidency. The practice of medicine has changed a lot since I began practicing. Now, more than ever, it is important to join forces with other local physicians. And that is what is so great about the Collier County Medical Society. I am reassured that I am part of a bigger group with a louder voice that represents my interests in Tallahassee. If you're a member of the Collier County Medical Society, I encourage you to get involved. You will be glad you did. Thank you, and have an amazing night.
I was never a politically active person. It was only the strong encouragement of Dr. John Gridley that I became involved in the leadership of the Medical Society. As a delegate to the FMA annual meeting, I learned firsthand how organized medicine really worked and what it could accomplish. In today's climate of physician shortages and the increasing role of allied health professionals, it is more important than ever that we support organized medicine so that our voices can be heard by the people who are making the decisions that will affect our future. Thank you.
Good evening. It was my pleasure to serve as president of the Collier County Medical Society in 1992. Naples Community Hospital allowed the society to use office space in the newly completed Telford Educational Building. We had approximately 190 members and enough funds to hire a full-time manager. Many citizens and visitors who called the office looking for a doctor, and we began a referral service for those physician members who were accepting new patients. We restarted our monthly newsletter, which we called The Medic, to communicate with all of the members. Our major problem was rising costs of malpractice insurance, which we tackled in two ways: supporting the Physicians Protective Insurance Company, led by a group of physicians who had hired lawyers who were willing to fight the claims in court, and not rather than just writing a check to the litigating attorneys and then raising our premiums the next year. We also asked the state legislature to place a limit on non-economic damages, which we were eventually successful. The future of medicine in Collier County will continue to have challenges, and physicians must continue to meet those challenges, caring for patients.
Congratulations to the Medical Society for such a great run. I just wanted to share a fun memory that I had about the Medical Society. In 2004, I think it was, we flew up to Tallahassee, a bunch of us, even from Lee County and other Southwest Florida counties, to raise hell about some of the malpractice premiums occurring in the state period. Well, Senator Jim King, not so friendly senator, walked up to the podium at the Capitol building where we were protesting and said, "You doctors need to stop whining about all this. Nothing is going to change." Well, it did. That was the fuel that we needed to make that fire burn. So we got a lot changed. We fixed tort reform in the state of Florida, and it became a model state for other states, and we accomplished our goals, and that was because of all of the great help from the Medical Society and all you great members. So congratulations to all of you and to the Medical Society and to everyone that's done such a great job in making this a great place to work.
There are many instances in our history when we have come together to achieve great things. The problem is that we do not often do that. We fail to see the big picture, the common good, and instead we pull each in our own direction, resulting in little forward motion. At the county level, our medical society is a very basic kernel from which all action starts. We are what makes up the local medical community, which in turn joins with the statewide medical community, in our case, Florida Medical Association, to achieve improvements at the state level. And from there, we send delegates to make up the nationwide medical community, the AMA. Like a series of small mountain brooks that join together to make larger rivers, in turn coalescing into mighty flow of water, our potential is great. Unfortunately, we sometimes spread out on wide plains and flow in disparate directions, losing all the force and becoming ineffective, indeed destructive. But while the scientific aspect of medicine has made great leaps and bounds in the last 40 years, the business of medicine has suffered and needs more intensive participation to resurface and recuperate. Become an active member. Encourage all your colleagues to join and keep medicine healthy.
Past president in 2000, seems like a lifetime ago, current chair of the AMA delegation, and past president of the Florida Medical Association. During my term, we created the vendor program, which we continue to use today. I am still involved and working on your behalf at a state and national level, specifically on physician payment reforms. Again, happy birthday, CCMS 65 seems pretty young for Naples. And thank you to April for all your hard work and dedication.
I've always felt that the Collier County Medical Society is the most intimate group of all my professional societies. I have a close relationship with physicians around the country, but none of them did I work with on a daily basis. Together, over 30 years that I served the Collier County Medical Society, we were able to accomplish much good for physicians, their families, and the community. Looking forward, I am confident that the current Medical Society leaders and members will continue to lead and serve in Collier County's community and represent our interest and the interests of our patients in Tallahassee. Finally, I thank you for the opportunity to serve, and I hope that everyone enjoys this special evening.
Good evening. Regretfully, I'm unable to attend this evening's festivities in person. I'm currently in Chicago, attending a rock concert and likely catching the latest installment of the COVID-19 metaverse. In all sincerity, I wish the Collier County Medical Society and its members a very happy 65th anniversary. However, this evening, rather than focusing on our greatest hits, we must all acknowledge that we are burned out after the past 2 years. I see it every day in my practice, and I'm sure that you do as well. We will need the relief required to recharge our battery, as the next fall season will soon be upon us. I encourage you this evening to have one singular mission: focus on the attraction and retention of high-quality healthcare personnel. Doctors, nurses, physician's assistants, and medical technicians do not come cheap. However, neither does housing in Collier County. When a town becomes cost prohibitive to attract a neurosurgeon, you've got trouble in River City. Stay focused, have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you all in person soon.
Hello, everyone. I've shared many fond memories throughout this years participating in our Collier County Medical Society. But one of the biggest and most important things is the camaraderie that we've been able to build in our community and the growth that the Medical Society has experienced. I'm very proud of having had the opportunity to create the Medical Society Foundation, which is our charitable arm. It has allowed us to provide many scholarships to needy students in multiple different healthcare careers, but most importantly, medical students that have ties to our community. The foundation has also allowed us to participate in the wellness program, which, as you all know, has had a meaningful impact in our medical community as well. Collier County is growing, but yet we are still able to provide patient-centered, state-of-the-art medical care to our citizens. My hope is that we continue to do so, even though we're becoming less seasonal, and that we're able to maintain that small community feel while providing that elite level, state-of-the-art care to our patients. I think our society will continue to grow, but that growth is dependent on us continuously engaging our peers and colleagues to get involved, not only at our level, but also in their different specialties and societies. I think my years on the board of directors encouraged me to get more involved in my own specialty. And since I've been able to serve as president of the Florida Urological Society, and currently I'm part of the board of directors of the Southeastern Section American Urological Association, I think that as we get more involved in organized medicine, we're able to create opportunities to allow us to care better for our patients. I think also that our medical society is dependent also on our relationships with our circle of friends. Therefore, I encourage all of us to continue growing those relationships. The future of medicine is very bright in Collier County, and I'm honored and glad that I've had an opportunity to participate in it. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Cole on being named Physician of the Year. Very well deserved. Thank you very much for allowing me to participate and serve our community.
Good afternoon. What became apparent by working with physicians, community personnel, healthcare workers, is that physicians and patients coming together really is quite effective in changing the lives and plans for society. This all came about at a time when NCH Hospital was planning to oust community physicians from seeing their patients while hospitalized at NCH. At that plan, the hospitalist in the hospital would take care of the patient, and the community physician would only be an adjunct or friend who is looking in on the patient. He would have no involvement. What became apparent is that this was so against all the principles of patient care that the community physicians and CHMD physicians, community health partners, healthcare personnel, healthcare workers, and major contributors to the hospital came together to oppose this. It took a number of months, approximately 6 to 9 months, before this change was effective and a new CEO of NCH Hospital was elected. This told me, and this gave me the knowledge that if you want to effect change, all parties need to come together. I believe that this is probably a community that can do it. It did so effectively, and I think we can continue to do it in other efforts within the community. Thank you.